Yo, so what's going on, Battlefielders? My name is Pone, and I have a confession. I once fapsterbated with Nair, and it was horrible. And I'm urging you, as not only a friend or a commentator, but as a fellow Battlefielder, to never fapsterbate with Nair. It was horribly painful. It came out looking like Mount Rushmore. My dick looked like a horribly eaten corn on the cob. And nobody wants that, guys. Nobody wants that. It's not attractive. You guys are like, oh my god, is he serious? Yeah, one time I did, man. I was a kid. I was like 14 or something, and I thought lotion was lotion. But apparently I've never heard of Nair before. Some people probably, foreign countries are like, what the fuck is Nair? Go Google it, guys. Go Google it. But anyways, what's up? We're gonna talk about robbers. You know what I mean? The backdoor penetrators. You know what I mean? The poop turf kind of breachers. Thieves. I just call them thieves. And I want to talk about that today. We've been having some issues in the complex we live in. You guys know we live in an apartment complex until we get a house here soon. And it's not safe around here. It was like, it's one of those things where I've always lived in a ghetto, and this is actually kind of an upgrade, but there's still a lot of bad shit that goes on around here. But now I'm on my own, you know what I mean? Now I gotta worry about mine, and I gotta take care of, my property and my wife, and, we have a kid on the way, so I'm that much more protective and alert, I guess. Everything has changed. I mean, my outlook on life, preparation for a kid. You guys know that I've stepped up my grind for YouTube. I used to just not care. I used to just create content and not give a fuck, but now I know I need money. I need to prepare myself as best as possible, so I know that when the baby is here, I can look back and say, hey, I did what was necessary. You know what I mean? So now I'm on alert. I'm on full patrol, ready to do stuff. I got the shotgun waiting by the door and the Glock on the nightstand. I'm like, come at me, bro. And I started thinking a little bit about, why people steal and, do that kind of stuff. And it confuses the shit out of me. I don't understand what goes through a person's mind to believe, like, they need to forcefully take something that somebody else has done. And, raw instinct. I don't understand why, somebody feels entitled to do that. I mean, there's so much fucking things out there that makes no sense to me. Food stamps and stuff. I understand that times are rough, and it's only getting rougher. Therefore, crime, rape, the use of M16A3, everything is going up right now. And I understand this, and I notice this, but it still confuses the shit out of me. I'm like, what kind of world do we live in? I should have patty caked those two guys, but I didn't, because I am a horrible Battlefielder. And that's just something I've been dealing with. I started thinking, there's been 4 break-ins in the last 3 days in my complex, and there's only like 40 fucking apartments here. So it's like 1 in 10 in 3 days, so I guess I could potentially be the next one up, which would be a very, very bad thing. I've got probably 20 or 30 grand in equipment and furniture and electronics, and I got at least 10 grand wrapped up in 4 PCs in this house. I have to protect my shit, and I don't understand why people think they need to forcefully take that kind of shit. Nobody is under the kind of grind that you need to steal from somebody else, something else that they have earned. What gives you the fucking right, Mr. Guy? And it baffles me. I mean, there are food stamps out there people leech off of, so many things that just makes no fucking sense to me. Why can't people just get a job? I'll tell you why. It's because you're fucking lazy. If you cared about your family, you wanted to do something, you get a goddamn job. That's just what I need to. That's just something I had to say. I know it's hard. I mean, it may take 3 months. It may take 6 months. But the jobs are out there. There's something you can do. You don't have to steal from other people. You don't have to do that kind of shit. It's retarded. And I feel bad, because if anybody actually did break into my house, I would straight up shoot them. They would be coming in here to potentially find something, and they would be giving their life up. That is, why is that worth the risk? You got family. Everybody has family. Everybody has somebody they care about. How or where is there, an opportunity there? I mean, you risk your life every time you break into somebody's house. That's stupidity to me. It just makes no sense. But that's where I stand with that. I just think that's absolutely, retarded. Some people just baffle me. The balls of some people to do that kind of stuff, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm a person that likes to do what I need to do, and if I can't do it, then I'm just gonna keep trying anyways. You like the smoke wall? This was pretty tactical. I was hanging out with my buddy. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna put a smoke wall all the way across so we can get to B. That was pretty fucking awesome, right? I'm a badass. It was just like some defense mechanism. I was some squid just squirting my ink all over the side of the map, baby, doing my work. You need a patty cake. Oh, it's a double patty cake. Oh, it's a triple Pentagon party. And yeah, I don't know, but that's just my rant for the day. I thought that was extremely unusual. I'll talk about it. One story. One time, my grandma used to get pissed at me because she thinks when she got her house broken into and a jewelry and shit stolen a while back, she thought it was one of my friends, and it wasn't. Because if so, there was a couple things that I would have known. But somebody broke into her house and they left. They went upstairs. They took her shampoo and conditioner. This is fucked up. They took her shampoo and conditioner and they went to the front door and they poured it all over the floor. So like anybody that walks in is gonna slip. And my grandma's old. You don't make old people fall. They break hips and shit. It's just retarded. So that's what we were dealing with. They did that and they left a huge fucking turd in the toilet. I swear to God, I can't make this up. They took a giant deuce in the toilet and they left the turd sit there. Can you believe that? Some people are crazy. I mean, you're leaving evidence everywhere. You got your DNA in the toilet. You got your hand on in the shampoo bottles. I mean, you're trying to make people. It's just some people are fucked up. It just pisses me off to understand that some actual humans are this fucking retarded and cruel. But anyways, that's just my thoughts on robbers and backdoor breachers. Wink, wink. But that's kind of where I stand with that. Man, I'm using the hell out of that smoke in this one. You know what I mean? But this was a great gameplay. This is one of those gameplays where the admin gets butthurt. You'll see it here soon. So why you no good, admin? This is let me spell that out for you. =, WCK, all caps, =. They are a bunch of pussies. Shitty ass clan. They were getting shit on, and the admin switched me over on their team, so I got a free loss, even though I helped carry and prevent or produce a win for my team. I get a loss because their team's getting shit on. And then in the next game, the reason he said he needed to do that is because he needed to balance the teams or some shit. Why didn't you wait till the game was over? They were all butthurt. They all acted like fucktards. So fuck the WCK clan. They're a bunch of scrubs. So that's my other rant for the day. Bunch of pussies. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. You guys are probably like, oh my god, two Battlefield videos one day? Yeah. I told you guys I'll try to do my best. And the more support that I get on the Battlefield videos, the more I'll post them. I told you guys, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, you get 5,000 likes, I'll put 2 videos up a day. I'm not going to sit here and do that. That'd be great, but I'm not going to do that stuff. But one thing you guys do need to understand, a last minute, heads up, is we're coming into the last quarter of the year. If you guys do not know, most of the games come out in the next quarter. Everybody's focusing on new things. Now, Battlefield is just pretty much starting off on its first really big year on YouTube. And you've got people like Level Cap and Bigger Paul and a lot of guys that are up there. And they may stay relevant throughout the new games coming out. It's going to be very hard for a lot of the small commentators to stay popular, so you guys need to. Of all times, you guys need to drop likes and favorites and help and retweet all these commentators out that you like, because their momentum and their content will slow down, or they may even change games. That's something you guys got to worry about and check out. You guys got to support some of these other commentators, because Battlefield is going to be hard staying relevant. I mean, you're going to see like 10% of the people for the next few months. You're going to see 10% of the people playing on the servers. The servers are going to be really slow. You're going to see lacked activity on YouTube from it. So the guys that you really want to keep up there and you want to represent the Battlefield community, you need to help them out. So that's my little preach. It's going to get difficult, and that goes for me too. I mean, I'm going to try my best to stay Battlefield positive, but like I told you guys earlier in the video, I've got a kid on the way, and if Medal of Honor Warfighter or Black Ops 2 gets me like a shit ton more views and I get a lot more support on those, I will ride that out as long as I can. Doesn't mean I won't post Battlefield at all. It does not mean that. But obviously what I get the most support on is what I'm going to stick by. And I would love for Battlefield to stay along my channel and be that lead star. I mean, there was a question I got in one of my live streams yesterday. Are you going to be playing a lot more Medal of Honor Warfighter than Battlefield 3? And I said, that's entirely up to you guys. I got to do what I got to do now, guys. Had you have asked me 6 months ago before we had a kid on the way, I would have said, no way possible. But if I could put in the same amount of effort, make a little bit more money, and just post one Battlefield every other day or something like that, and make a lot more money on another game, I will probably do so. It's no harm, and I've always taken pride in being straight up and honest with you guys. So that's where we are. It's something I felt like I needed to tell you guys, because it was a question I asked yesterday, and rather than just answering it in the live stream, I wanted to tell you all. Thanks for watching, guys. Reminding you guys not to rob from other people. Earn your shit. Try to get support. Get help. Find a job. There are people out there that care about you. There's always ways to do something. Just ask for it. Simply put. Peace out, guys. Good night. Oh, that felt good. Oh, it tastes nasty though. Ugh.